Oh, Linda, always the aunt, she sneered. Another birthday in suburban Ohio. Purple balloons bobbed, a testament to my niece's enthusiasm. But inside I felt a familiar ache, a hollowness only the truth could fill. The grandfather clock chimed, each note a somber reminder of stolen time. 15 years. A lifetime ago, a single phone call changed everything. Chloe, sobbing in a school bathroom, abandoned. My stomach dropped. I offered a weekend, it became forever. Amber's words echoed, "You're just jealous, Linda." Logan texted, "First bonus, $45,000. I posted a thank you." My hands trembled as Amber's message arrived. "My babies are doing well, we should talk." Inside, I was screaming. Outside, I remained composed. Ever felt invisible, undervalued? Stick around because this story is about to flip. Trust me, you won't want to miss how Aunt Linda handles this. Hit like and follow for what happens next. It all started Christmas 2008. I remember wrapping the kids' presents, each carefully chosen and meticulously wrapped. Amber called, claiming she had an opportunity to become a dancer in Las Vegas. The kids would be better off with me, she said. The first rejection was visceral. For Chloe's 10th birthday, Amber promised a pony. Instead, Chloe got a promise. A broken one. While Chloe's friends got lavish parties and she got a cake from the grocery store, I bought her a small, stuffed horse. Chloe cried, not because she didn't appreciate the gift, but because she knew the difference. I understood. Then there was Brooke's ballet recital 2010. Amber swore she'd be there. Brooke practiced for weeks. But she didn't show, and I could see the disappointment etched on Brooke's face as she scanned the crowd. I sat in the front row, beaming, but Amber wasn't there. Brooke looked at me, her eyes filled with tears. I squeezed her hand, offering a silent promise of unwavering support. I failed. Logan needed braces in 2013, $6,000. Amber promised to contribute, nothing. I worked double shifts. I sacrificed my savings, but Logan got his braces. I didn't have the money for my dream trip to Italy, though. I was resentful. The final straw came during Logan's graduation in 2016. Amber arrived late, drunk, and wearing a dress that was far too short. She stumbled onto the stage, slurring apologies. Logan was mortified. He hid his face in his hands. I wanted to disappear. I gave Amber a cold stare that could kill. Logan pushed her away and came to me. That day, Logan made his choice clear. From that day, I decided, no more broken promises, no more empty words. My focus shifted, a quiet fury igniting within. My promotion at the bank had stagnated, no respect, no recognition. I began moonlighting as a freelance financial consultant, burning the candle at both ends. Sleep became a luxury, meals were skipped, and my tiny apartment felt smaller with each passing day. I remember one particularly brutal winter. The furnace broke, and I couldn't afford to fix it immediately. We huddled together, wrapped in blankets, the air thick with the smell of instant noodles and desperation. The kids never complained, but I saw the worry in their eyes. That was the fuel. Slowly, meticulously, I built my own empire. No fanfare, no accolades, just relentless work. I leveraged every contact, every opportunity. I focused on small businesses, offering personalized financial strategies. I was good, damn good. Within 2 years, my freelance income surpassed my bank salary. I quit, shocking my boss. He scoffed, "You'll be back." He never saw it coming. Within 5 years, I owned 3 successful consulting firms. My name became synonymous with financial ingenuity. I invested wisely, diversified, and quietly amassed a fortune. No lavish cars, no designer clothes, no outward displays of wealth. The old Honda remained, the same sensible shoes, the same Aunt Linda. Chloe, Brooke, and Logan flourished. Chloe, a brilliant architect designing sustainable homes. Brooke, a talented musician composing scores for independent films. Logan, a compassionate doctor healing the sick. Their success was my masterpiece. I supported them every step of the way, quietly, invisibly. No one needed to know. Then came that post. Now the walls were closing in. Amber's return threatened everything. And I realized, my silence, once strategic, had become a cage. I needed to prepare, because this wasn't just about me anymore. This was about protecting the family I had built. The annual family reunion, a chaotic symphony of laughter and mismatched lawn chairs, loomed. I normally loved it, but not this year. A knot of dread tightened in my stomach. Amber's shadow stretched long. I needed to be ready. That week, I reviewed every financial document, every legal agreement, every piece of evidence that proved my unwavering support. I contacted my lawyer, ensuring everything was airtight. Protect them. Always. I booked a therapist appointment. I needed to stay focused. The day arrived, a sweltering Saturday in July. The air buzzed with the aroma of barbecue and sunscreen. Cousins, aunts, uncles, a sea of familiar faces, oblivious to the storm brewing. Laughter echoed, but to me it was muted, distant. I forced a smile, plastering it on like cheap makeup. Chloe hugged me, squeezing tight. Excited for today, Aunt Linda, her eyes sparkled. Brooke adjusted her guitar case. Logan bounced a basketball, radiating youthful energy. Best day of the year, he grinned. Inside, I was crumbling. How do I protect them from this? This was my family. I worked overtime for their birthday presents. I helped them with their homework. I sat through their school plays. I took them to their doctor's appointments. I did everything a real mother would do. The contrast was stark. 15 years ago, I was scrambling, barely making ends meet. Today, I was financially secure, respected in my field. Yet the fear remained. The fear of losing them. Of Amber stealing the love they freely gave. As the afternoon wore on, the tension grew. I saw my mother, Amber's mother. She had a stern look on her face. She was on her phone, texting someone. I knew who. Amber. The kids were too busy playing games, laughing. It was as if nothing was wrong. I wanted to shout, to warn them, but I knew it would only scare them. I had to stay calm. I had to protect them. No one would know except for me. She stole you from me, Amber shrieked, spittle flying. A hush fell over the reunion. Forks clattered against plates, laughter died mid-air. All eyes turned to us, a horrified audience witnessing a private tragedy. The shock was palpable. My mother gasped, clutching her chest. My cousin, Carol, nervously fidgeted with her necklace, avoiding eye contact. Even the neighborhood dogs seemed to sense the shift, their barking replaced by an uneasy silence. Stole? I gave them a life you couldn't provide, I stated, my voice calm, a stark contrast to her hysteria. Oh yeah, living in your tiny apartment, wearing hand-me-downs. Amber spat, gesturing dismissively at Chloe's designer dress, Brooke's custom-made guitar strap, Logan's expensive watch. Some life. I took a deep breath and released it slowly. Those hand-me-downs, as you call them, paid for Chloe to study architecture in Paris. Those cramped quarters, they sheltered Brooke while she composed her award-winning scores. That tiny apartment became the launchpad for Logan's medical degree. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Carol's mouth fell open, her face drained of color. My mother's eyes widened, disbelief warring with a flicker of something akin to understanding. Oh, and the consulting business, I continued, my voice gaining strength. The one I built from scratch while you were chasing pipe dreams. It's now a multi-million-dollar enterprise. I paused, letting the weight of my words sink in. And Chloe, Brooke, and Logan are partners. I pulled out my phone, tapping a few times. A notification pinged, loud and clear. Last year, our company donated $500,000 to the local children's hospital. Logan, who had been frozen in shock, finally moved, his eyes locking with mine, a flicker of pride replacing the confusion. He knew what was coming. I met Amber's gaze, her face a mask of disbelief and rage. This check paid for my business, a business the kids and I own together. I raised the phone higher. Here, the kids and I are presenting the check. Dr. Logan is on the right. That doesn't prove anything, Amber shrieked, but her voice lacked conviction. Actually, it does, Chloe stated, stepping forward, her voice firm. It proves Aunt Linda dedicated her life to us. Brooke nodded in agreement, her hand resting protectively on my arm. Logan stepped next to me, his eyes full of love and respect. She gave us everything. You gave us nothing, the air crackled after Logan's words. Amber sputtered, they're my children, I deserve a share. I looked at her, a pitying smile playing on my lips. Deserve? You laughed then, you're not laughing now. Let her stew in her failure. Linda, be reasonable. They're family, my mother pleaded, her voice trembling. Now she wants to be reasonable. I raised an eyebrow at her. You haven't spoken to them in 15 years. Now you ask me to be reasonable. We don't owe you anything, Chloe said, her voice sharp. You forfeited your rights. Amber turned to Logan, her voice sickeningly sweet. Logan, sweetie, you're a doctor now, you understand, I need help. He stared at her, his face impassive. The only help you'll get from me is the number for a good therapist. A pregnant silence descended. I watched Amber's face crumble, the mask of entitlement replaced by raw, ugly desperation. This is my victory. You think you've won, Linda? This isn't over, she screeched before storming off. I watched her go, a strange sense of calm washing over me. I turned to my family, my real family. Potluck anyone? I smiled. The relief was short-lived. I hadn't revealed the final card. The family murmured, stunned by Amber's audacity. What a disaster, Carol whispered, earning a glare from my mother. I calmly pulled another document from my purse. There's more, I announced, my voice steady. 15 years ago, I established a trust for Chloe, Brooke, and Logan. It's managed by the consulting firms, ensuring their financial security for life. Gasps echoed once more. My mother sank into a lawn chair, her face pale. Carol stared, slack-jawed. Even Frank, usually unflappable, raised an eyebrow in surprise. The trust, I explained, is structured so that no outside party can access it, not even their biological mother. Its primary asset is the building where your beloved family business is based, Mom. I bought it with the firm's profits and the trust holds the deed. A collective intake of breath. The building was more than bricks and mortar, it was everything to my mother. It housed her antique store, her pride and joy, the legacy she planned to pass down. I continued, my tone measured. If Amber harasses Chloe, Brooke, or Logan in any way, legally proves herself to be an unfit mother, or even attempts to contact them, the trust dissolves, and the building defaults to a charitable organization. It's designed to protect them always. My mother's hand flew to her mouth. You wouldn't, she whispered, her voice laced with disbelief. I met her gaze, unflinching. Try me. Logan, Brooke, and Chloe stared at me, a mix of shock and gratitude on their faces. Logan stepped forward, his voice choked with emotion. Aunt Linda, you did all this for us. I smiled, a genuine smile that reached my eyes. Always. Amber's return hadn't just been a threat, it had been a catalyst. The carefully constructed walls of my life had crumbled, revealing the unshakable foundation of love and loyalty beneath. The past was finally behind me. My family was safe. The future was ours. Years trickled by, painted with the quiet hues of contentment. Amber's attempts at reconciliation were met with polite distance. I focused on my loved ones. The consulting firms flourished. The gray in my hair softened my features. The wrinkles around my eyes deepened with laughter. I took that trip to Italy, Frank at my side. Looking back, the sacrifices faded, replaced by the vibrant tapestry of shared moments. No more stolen time, just the quiet joy of watching my children thrive. I realized that true wealth isn't measured in dollars, but in the love you give and receive. The trust that was built with sweat and love. In the end, I was no longer hiding in the shadows. I was standing tall, a mother, a mentor, a force to be reckoned with. The framed check on my mantle serves as a constant reminder. Blood may be thicker than water, but love is stronger than both. Feeling this story, don't let it end here. Share your strength, your chosen family triumphs. Inspire others because real success, it's not revenge, it's love.